We're here to talk about every EV available new in America right now, October 2021. So the way I'm going to do this, I looked everything up, and the best site to find a new or used car that's on a lot somewhere that people want to sell is Car Gurus. If you haven't used it, it's not just for EVs. In fact, it's very useful for any type of vehicle that you're looking for. But today, we're going to use it to find EVs for sale. And we're going to go through all the EVs that I could find available in America to buy today. And we'll also talk about how much they cost, how much range they get, and how many of them have actually been sold. Because I don't know if we talk about that enough. Okay, we've got a lot of EVs to review. We'll give you the stats, we'll give you the prices, we'll give you the buyer score, and then I'll give you some notes if I found anything interesting. Here we go. First up, the Volkswagen ID 4. Range, 250 miles. Released in 2021. Total U.S. sales, 6,230. And the one I found locally on Car Gurus, $45,425. That's within 100 miles of me on Car Gurus. The base price is $39,995. There were 5 plus available within less than 100 miles of me, making the buyer score a B+. The big note here is that current ID4s are only rear-wheel drive. So if that's something that will tempt you one way or the other, it is currently just the deal. Next up, the Tesla Model S with a range of 405 miles. It was released in 2012. Total U.S. sales, 139,278. The Car Gurus price, there was one available. It was a Plaid, $153,995. The base price is $89,990. And this may seem biased, but the buyer score is going to be a B. And why is that? Well, you can get one if you get in line, and you can also get one if you search the website's inventory. So not fun, but get in line and you'll get one, or search the website's inventory and you can pick one up. Next up, the Tesla Model Y with a range of 326 miles. Look it up on Car Gurus. For me locally, the cheapest one is $67,500. As of right now, 77,000 Tesla Model Ys on the road since 2020, and those sales have been generated over the past year and a half or so. The base price of the Model Y is $53,990, and the buyer score is going to be a B-. Reason being, it's a long wait time, but you have a for sure place in line. Also, it's a buyer score, and the reason why it's high at a B-, even though the wait time is very long right now, when you get it, it's going to be worth a lot of money. $67,500 was the cheapest one I could find for sale in my area, which means you're grabbing a whole bunch of equity if you get one of these at the base price. And if not, you can get one. You're just going to pay that very large premium. Next up, Tesla Model X. There were none for sale. It's going through a refresh and they haven't completed it. So all of the new inventory has been sold and there is none available right now. Total production, 103,577 for the US, released in 2015. The new Tesla Model X has a range of 360 miles and a base price of $99,990. Buyer score, C-, because there is no clear release date and obviously there are none for sale. You'll have a struggle if you want a Model X in any determined time frame. Next up, Tesla Model 3, range 353 miles. The Car Gurus price for a standard range plus in my area, $44,900. Total sales, this is the whopper, $561,095 in the US. Base price, $39,990. Buyer score is a B, and that's because of LFP inventory. The wait time on this thing is horrendous for a standard range plus model. However, I got one myself with just a 2-week wait by being a little diligent on the website. And if you want one, you can grab one for $44,900. There's plenty of available cars for sale from dealerships. I'm just going to gloss over the Rivian R1T, range of 314 miles, less than 1,000 have been sold. It just came out. The company's about to go public. My buyer score is going to be a D as in dog because you can't get one, at least anytime soon. If you sign up now to get one, it's going to be a long wait because there's a lot of people waiting for this thing. Base price, $73,000. Next up, Porsche Taycan. 272 miles of range, $105,932 was the cheapest one in my area. It was released in 2019 and right around 8,000 sold. Buyer score is going to be a B. If you want one, you can get one. If you want one used with almost no miles, you can really get one. And if you've got the money, I'm sure they'll find one for you. Base price, $82,700 for the Porsche Taycan. Next up, the Polestar 2. This is exciting. These cars are for sale. 233 miles of range, released literally right now. You can get one on their website. They're available. They're ready to drive. The base price, $59,900, $61,000 on the website. Buyer score, B+. They're ready to go. And the only caveat here is that this is a brand new car. You'll be an early adopter. And for those who have been early adopters in the EV industry, we all know there are things that come along with that, including disappointments on upgrades and updates and price drops, other things. New car, that's really the only caveat here. Otherwise, they're ready to go. B+ buyer score. Next up, the Kia Niro EV, very popular, 239 miles of range. Total U.S. sales, 8,644. The cheapest one available in my area is $40,952. Buyer score is an A. They're selling for the base price. They're ready to go. There are dealers that have them. If you want one, you can get one of these, and you can get a $7,500 tax credit. Huge asterisk. You can possibly. Most of these cars you can. The Kia Niro buyer score is an A. Get them if you want them. Next up, Jaguar I-Pace, 234 miles of range. The most affordable one in my area, $74,735. Total U.S. sales, $5,142, released in 2018. It's a little wallet heavy for the range, but that's the only caveat. Base price, $69,990. They're ready to go. You can get one for right around there within about $5,000, pretty much no matter where you're at. Buyer score, A- on the Jaguar I-Pace. Next up, Hyundai Kona Electric, 258 miles of range. The cheapest one in my area, $43,746, released in 2019. The total U.S. sales are just not available, but they have sold 100,000 of these worldwide, with not very many of those being from the U.S. But I don't know the exact figure. If somebody can help me, definitely let me know in the comments. This data was just not available internet-wide that I could find and verify at all. It's really the verification. Buyer score is a B. Markups seem pretty common on this car. However, that's about the only bad news. You could go grab one of these if you wanted to. Like I said, $43,746 was the cheapest one in my area, but do a nationwide search. If you're willing to move, you can definitely grab a Hyundai Kona Electric. Next up, Nissan Leaf. With 159,000 total U.S. sold, this was released in 2010, so it's been on the market for a long time, but it's ready to go. 226 miles, that's the total range of the best model, and the buyer score is going to be an A-. They're out there. Go get them if you want them. The cheapest one in my area was $39,016. The base price of a Nissan Leaf is $27,400. If you want extra range, you'll pay extra money for a Nissan Leaf. Buyer score, A-. Next up, the Chevy Bolt EV and EUV. 259 is the range on the Bolt EV. 247 is the range on the Bolt EUV. The cheapest ones in my area, $31,890 for a Bolt, $33,974 for the EUV. Total U.S. sales, $99,356. Now, the base price on this is a $31,000 base price, but none of these are able to be actually sold right now. There's a stop sell on them because they're all recalled. Total line battery failure, $99,356, all need new batteries. Even the ones you buy on the lot, you can't drive them away until you get that new battery. They'll sell them to you, but you have no idea when you're going to get yours as far as drivability because the battery needs replaced. So there is a stop sell on the Chevy Bolt, and that's going to give your buyer score an F. Next up, the BMW i3, one of the older models on this list, released in 2013, 153 miles of range. The cheapest one near me was $39,990, which is less than the base price of $44,450. You want one, you can get one, you can probably get a deal. Buyer score on the BMW i3 is an A+. You want one of these, they're out there. Next up, Audi e-tron. The range on an e-tron is 222 miles. There's also a Sportback model, but I just lumped them both together because because the numbers are basically the same. The cheapest e-tron near me was $87,950. Total US sales just under 20 grand, released in 2019. The base price on an Audi e-tron $65,900. Buyer score's an A. If you're willing to go to the low 70s, they're ready to go. They're out there. You can get one. The Audi e-tron is available right now. Next up, the Ford Mustang Mach-E. The max range, 305 miles. Car Guru's price, cheapest one I could find in my area, $46,917. Around 17,000 have been sold, released in 2020. They sold a couple hundred in 2020, but it's mostly a 2021 car. The buyer score is going to be a B+. Base price, $42,895. There are more than 5 available within 100 miles of me. However, your dealership experience may vary and markups are common on the Mustang Mach-E. Really the only thing to watch out for. Next up, the Hyundai Kona Electric. It's been out for a while. Released in 2017. It has 170 miles of range. About 15,000 are sold. I had to do a lot of math from a lot of data with a lot of websites to come up with that number because none of the US sales are really separated, but 15,000 is the approximate guess. The cheapest one in my area, $36,981. Base price, $33,245. Buyer score is a B+. There are 3 available near me. The only suggestion on this one is to assess your driving needs very carefully. With 170 miles of range, you need to know if that's enough, and you need to have a purpose for this car specifically. Otherwise, you could suffer from severe range anxiety, as 170 miles, I believe, is the lowest number on this list. So there you have it. Those are the EVs for sale in 2021, October, right now. You can get them, you can find them. There are plenty other EVs coming out, and I'm sure I've missed a few. If there are EVs out there that are for sale that you can find in your area, please let everybody who's watching this video know in the comments. No matter where you're at, your results are going to vary from the ones I got. I just wanted to throw this out there. This will be outdated very soon. Many cars are being released, are about to come to market, but I wanted you to have a baseline on what's out there and how many have been sold. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very, very much. And I'm taking the EV journey right now. I'm living the dream, finding out what it's like to own a full EV. Join me if you would by subscribing to the channel, and we'll update you as we move forward. Thanks again for sticking with me till the end. We'll see you in the next one.